7 signs you're a sexually attractive guy, women want you. Leave a like on the video my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. Hey there, it's Pamela Raquel. Ever wondered if you've got that special something that makes women swoon? Well, wonder no more, because today we're diving into the world of sexual attraction and how to tell if you're the kind of guy that women can't resist. Now, I know what you might be thinking, isn't attraction subjective? And sure, everyone has their own preferences when it comes to looks and personality, but there are certain behaviors and signals that women tend to exhibit when they're feeling that special spark. If you know what to look for, you can start to gauge your own level of sex appeal. 1. Initiating conversation. First up, let's talk about one of the most obvious signs that women find you sexually attractive. They initiate conversations with you, even about seemingly trivial things. Picture this: you're standing in line at the coffee shop, minding your own business, when the cute barista starts chatting you up about the weather or your drink order. Or maybe you're at a party and a girl you've never met before comes up to you and starts asking about your hobbies or your job. While it's true that some people are just naturally friendly or outgoing, when women consistently go out of their way to start conversations with you, it's a pretty clear sign that they're interested in more than just small talk. Think about it, starting a conversation with a stranger can be nerve-wracking, especially if you're not sure how they'll respond. So, when a woman takes that risk and puts herself out there to talk to you, it means that she sees something in you that makes the potential awkwardness worth it. Of course, this doesn't mean that every woman who strikes up a conversation with you wants to jump your bones, but if you notice a pattern of women initiating chats with you, it's definitely a good sign that you've got some serious sexual magnetism. 2. Suggestive remarks. Next up, let's talk about a flirting technique that's a little more overt: suggestive remarks. This is when women drop hints or make comments that have a flirtatious or even sexual undertone, often with a playful or teasing delivery. For example, let's say you're talking to a woman at a bar and you mention that you're a great cook. She might respond with something like, "Oh really? Maybe you should come over and cook for me sometime," with a mischievous grin and a wink. Or maybe you're texting with a girl and you make a joke about being good with your hands. She might fire back with a message like, "I bet you are, in more ways than one." These kinds of remarks are a way for women to test the waters and see how you respond to a little bit of flirtatious banter. They're gauging your confidence and your ability to play along without getting flustered or uncomfortable. Now, it's important to note that not all suggestive remarks are created equal. There's a big difference between playful teasing and harassment, and it's crucial to know the difference. But if you find that women are regularly dropping flirty comments in a respectful way, it's a good sign that they're picking up on your sexual energy. 3. Unprompted smiles. Alright, let's talk about a sign of attraction that's so simple you might have been overlooking it: the unprompted smile. This is when a woman smiles at you spontaneously, without any obvious reason or prompting, simply because she's happy to see you. Picture this: you're walking down the street and you make eye contact with a beautiful woman passing by. Instead of looking away or giving you a polite nod, she breaks into a wide, genuine smile that lights up her whole face. Or maybe you're at work, and you catch the eye of a female colleague across the room. She's not laughing at a joke or reacting to something funny, she's just smiling at you like she's pleased to have you in her line of sight. These kinds of unprompted smiles are a way for women to show their appreciation and admiration for you without necessarily making a big show of it. They're a subtle but powerful way of saying, "I like what I see, and I'm not afraid to let you know it." Of course, it's important not to read too much into every smile or assume that every friendly face is a sign of sexual interest. But if you find that women are consistently flashing you those genuine, unprompted grins, it's a pretty good indicator that you've got some serious charm. 4. Increased personal questions. Next up, let's talk about a sign of attraction that's all about getting to know you on a deeper level. This is when women start to show a genuine interest in your life, your thoughts, and your experiences, beyond just surface-level small talk. For example, let's say you're on a first date with a woman, and instead of just asking about your job or your favorite movies, she starts to dig a little deeper. She might ask about your family, your childhood, or your biggest fears and dreams. Or maybe you've been friends with a woman for a while, but lately, you've noticed that she's been asking more probing questions about your love life, your passions, and your goals for the future. When women start to show this level of curiosity about you, it's a sign that they're not just interested in you as a casual acquaintance. They want to understand what makes you tick and what drives you as a person. This is a powerful indicator of attraction because it shows that women are invested in you and want to build a deeper connection. They're not just looking for a surface-level fling, they're interested in the real you. 5. Body language cues. Alright, let's talk about a type of attraction signal that speaks louder than words. This is when women use their posture, gestures, and physical positioning to show that they're open to your advances and interested in getting closer to you. For example, let's say you're talking to a woman at a party, and you notice that she's standing with her arms uncrossed and her body angled towards you. She might be playing with her hair or fiddling with her jewelry, but her overall stance is relaxed and inviting. Or maybe you're on a date, and you notice that the woman is leaning in towards you, even when there's plenty of space between you. She might be mimicking your body language or finding excuses to touch you, like brushing your arm or picking lint off your shirt. These kinds of body language cues are a way for women to show that they're comfortable around you and open to your physical presence. They're subtly inviting you into their personal space and giving you the green light to get a little closer. Of course, it's important to remember that not everyone expresses attraction through body language in the same way. Some people are naturally more touchy-feely or expressive than others. But if you can consistently notice women displaying open, inviting body language around you, it's a good sign that they're picking up what you're putting down. 6. Exclusive attention. Next up, let's talk about a sign of attraction that's all about making you feel like the center of attention. This is when women single you out in group settings and make it clear that you're the object of their interest, even when there are other people around. Picture this: you're at a party with a group of friends, and one woman, in particular, keeps finding ways to engage you in conversation. She might ask for your opinion on a topic or find excuses to pull you aside for a private chat. Or maybe you're at work, and you notice that one of your female colleagues always seems to be nearby, even when there's no real reason for her to be. She might find excuses to pop by your desk or linger in the break room when you're there. When women go out of their way to give you exclusive attention, it's a sign that they're not just being friendly, they're actively interested in you and want to create a sense of intimacy and connection. This is a powerful indicator of attraction because it shows that women are willing to prioritize you over other people and other distractions. They're not just being polite or making small talk, they're investing their time and energy and getting to know you better. Of course, it's important not to let all that attention go to your head, but if you find that women are consistently seeking you out and making you feel like the most important person in the room, it's a good sign that your sex appeal is on point. 7. Sensitive information sharing. Alright, let's talk about a sign of attraction that's all about building trust and intimacy. This is when women feel comfortable opening up to you about personal or private aspects of their lives, even when they might not share those things with just anyone. For example, let's say you're getting to know a woman, and she starts to tell you about her family drama or her struggles with mental health. She might share stories about her past relationships or her deepest fears and insecurities. Or maybe you've been friends with a woman for a while, but lately, she's been coming to you with more serious or emotional topics. She might ask for your advice on a personal problem or confide in you about something that's been weighing on her mind. When women share sensitive information with you, it's a sign that they trust you and feel safe in your presence. They're not just making idle chit-chat, they're inviting you into their inner world and showing you a side of themselves that they don't show to just anyone. This is a powerful indicator of attraction because it shows that women see you as someone they can rely on and open up to. They're not just interested in you as a potential romantic partner, they value you as a confidant and a source of support. Of course, it's important to handle that trust with care and respect. Don't go blabbing their secrets to anyone who will listen, and don't use their vulnerability as a way to manipulate or control them. But if you find that women are consistently turning to you when they need someone to lean on, it's a good sign that you've got the kind of emotional intelligence and sensitivity that women find irresistible. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. How to seduce a woman. Learn 15 amazing tips that actually work, ultimate guide. So, you have had a successful date and perhaps you are on the date and want to build some passion and fire, and take things up a notch. Perhaps hold her hand, give her a kiss, or something past the kiss. I get it, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed with how you need to play your moves off in a cool way. So today, let's focus on how to seduce a woman, the must-have knowledge when you want to take things up a notch. My name is Pamela Raquel, and stay tuned. Slow down, seduction is a slow burner. Now, just because guys get rallied up straight away doesn't mean the woman is prude. It simply just means she's not been seduced enough. She's not comfortable, she doesn't want any of your physical stuff, and she's probably clocked on that you are desperate for something physical to happen. So instead, you need to focus on having a good time because seduction for a lady is all about connection. Take the time to focus on communication, bonding, and humor, and this will start to build the seduction. The more comfortable that she feels, the more she's willing to be seduced. The right body language is crucial. Looking the part is one thing, but acting the part really gets that message across. Remember that just because you are on a successful date doesn't mean you need to start building attraction. So work on displaying open and confident body language. This also means being aware of her body language too. When she looks open and inviting, not folding her arms or crossing her legs, then it's a sign that she is interested. You need to try and find a way to make the environment and your positions much more comfortable. So sit down on a comfy-looking seat and then start the romance. Look seductive. Grooming is a huge part of seduction, and if you look like you put an effort into your appearance, this is a huge turn-on. More so, spend some time on the facial hair and also the teeth. So if you're expecting to land a kiss, make sure it looks like you have visited the dentist recently. And please note, stubble actually hurts if it's not tamed when we get kissed, so please keep that upper lip hair trimmed. Power moves make some strong eye contact. Now, this really does work. If you hold a gaze with a lady for more than 5 seconds, she will immediately start to feel seduced. Now, if she breaks the contact and acts distant, it's her way of saying, "Look, I get it. You've made the seduction eyes and I'm letting you know that I'm not interested." However, if she holds her gaze, breaks away, and blushes or smiles, this means she is starting to trust and really open up to you. Be aware of your surroundings. Like at the start of the video, seduction isn't just what happens in the moment right before you kiss a girl, but it's everything leading up to that moment. So, you need to aim to work the charm in a romantic way, well, as much as possible. So if you can, avoid the nightclubs unless you want a one-night stand type of thing, and focus on a romantic environment, candles, ambience, romantic music, you know what I'm talking about. Be a little bit mysterious. Get her chasing you and finding out all about you. Don't always over-explain things or answer her questions simply. Tease her and not reveal the answer, and this builds the seduction. Be a gentleman. Do not get carried away with your passion. Forcing her and making it obvious that you want to build something passionate and physical will only push her away, and she's gonna think that you are a player. So instead, be kind and humble, treat her well, and she will be willing to let her guard down. Remember, women love romance, so being the gentleman puts her into that romantic frame of mind. So avoid hairy swearing and talking down about people. Remove any sexual touch until she makes the first move. Guys are known to rush into things and will keep touching a woman to let them know that they are sexually interested. Now, look, a girl knows if you like her based on your body language alone, so you don't need to keep touching her. If you give too much of a touch too soon, you come across as a player, and you've lost your chance. So, seduction to a woman is the emotional connection. If you keep touching her legs or her lower back, this is something that is going to drive her off. You can, of course, touch her, but make it subtle. For example, giving her a shoulder squeeze when you ask her a question or when she tells you something from the heart, you can say, "Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you." Make her feel special. This will definitely depend on her love language. However, if you are in the early days and you don't really know her that well, a meaningful compliment is enough. Compliment her mind, her personality, intelligence, her attitude, all the way she matched her outfit together, or even the wine that she chose with her meal. Try to stay away from compliments about how she looks, it comes across seedy and it's as if you're desperate to jump into bed with her. Be chatty. Seduction for a woman is all about her feeling compatible with you, so use this to your advantage and have meaningful conversations. Pick up on topics that she talks about and expand them more. Ask her questions, challenge her viewpoints so that she feels she is compatible with you. And the saying that, if you seduce her mind, her body will follow, has some element of truth. Obviously, it's not a mind power game that guarantees you a night in the sack, it just means a woman is more open to be physical with you if she feels that emotional connection first. Make her laugh. If this tip freaks you out and sets off your nerves, don't worry. We have covered how to make a girl laugh in a previous video, so go check that one next. Laughter removes the awkward tension and lets her feel comfortable with you, and when she's comfortable, she's more likely to be willing to accept your seduction. Dress like you mean business. Seduction involves your overall persona. Now, does a girl want to get physical with a guy that dresses like a slob? Hell no. Dress like you are trying to impress her, and this will woo her some more. Dressing a little bit sexy puts her into the sexy frame of mind, meaning you have to try much less and less harder with your seduction techniques. If she knows you dressed well for her, she will appreciate it, I promise. Listen to her. Tying in nicely with the previous tips, when she talks, really pay attention to her. Ask her follow-up questions and be engaged. Don't force it, obviously, but make her feel like you are there to want to get to know her some more, and that you aren't actually waiting for that perfect moment to snug her face off. And if you end up dating this girl long-term, then you need to remember the things she's actually talking about. And if she feels she can just let her hair down with you and moan and complain about her life stresses to you, this is a good thing. Women share their problems as a way to connect with others, so you may think, wow, she's a Debbie Downer, she just moans about stuff, but really, this is her way of connecting with you. It's a good thing. Watch out for her flirting signs. It is so easy to feel a little bit overwhelmed and that you have to put in all of the work to seduce a woman when really, if you consent, she likes you. It's a 50-50 balance game. So instead of worrying that you have to take things up a notch and you have to go in for the kiss, and you might get a little bit rejected straight after, instead wait for her flirting signs, and then you know you won't be rejected. Avoid that liquid confidence, guys. Sure, it helps, but it comes across as weak. Every guy has buckets of confidence after a couple of drinks, but the true confidence is how you act when alcohol is not involved. Here is a bonus tip that you need to really pay attention to. If you can make a girl feel like you are perfect boyfriend material, that you are willing to be there for her in the long term, she's more willing to want to actually have a thing with you. So if you can show off how intelligent you are, how long-term committal you are, maybe brag about the fact you've owned a cactus plant for more than 3 years, this is the type of thing she wants to hear. Now, I get it, guys feel like seduction is just about how to get a little bit close and making sure you have chewing gum first, make sure your breath doesn't smell weird. But seduction for a lady is all about the whole persona. Remember, she's not just wanting to date you and your physical body, she wants your mind and the soul too. So give her what she's after, and you are more likely to actually seduce her. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. How to be friends with benefits, FWB, 15 important rules for making FWB work for both of you. There is absolutely no judgment here. You can do you, and for whatever reasons, if you don't want a relationship but you want the physical benefits of one, then this is the video for you. FWBs, or friends with benefits, can be tricky to navigate. If boundaries are blurred and rules are not set up to begin with, things can turn complicated very quickly. So here is your advice and a bucket heap of tips to consider when looking for or beginning an FWB. My name is Pamela Raquel, and stick around for the video. Rule 1, keep it within the bedroom. You guys may have a great physical connection, and you will naturally feel the urge to spend more time with them and to do more couple things. For example, you might find yourself asking if they need anything picking up from the shop before you go round, or maybe you suggest to watch a movie together or even a dinner date. This takes things from friends with benefits to casual dating and has to be completely avoided. Rule 2, don't get upset if they meet someone else. Remember, this person is just your FWB, they're not actually your partner. You need to stop reserving your heart space for them. Remember that this person is allowed to date other people, have another FWB, and meet up with others. So, if you do feel some jealousy, then it shows you've caught feelings. Also remember that you are allowed to go out and date people and meet other people too. Rule 3, avoid emotional attachment. You have to be well aware of this before you even consider an FWB. This means don't leave a spare change of clothes at their house, your toothbrush, or nag at them if they cancel on you to hang out with someone else. Remember, you are in a friend with benefits situationship, not an actual relationship with them, so you don't really get a say on how they conduct their life. You might think, what's the harm of me just leaving a set of pajamas there if I'm staying over? Well, this kind of blurs the boundaries between something physical and something very emotionally invested. Rule 4. Do not introduce them to your people. This includes your friends and your family, because as soon as you let them meet your friends or your parents, things get pretty awkward. Keep things between you and them, and no one else. If you do run the risk of your parents getting too curious about what they mean to you, it gets very awkward, so it's best to just avoid it completely. Rule 5. Avoid drama and any confusion. Remember what an FWB is. It's not a full-blown relationship where you buy them gifts on their birthday, and you're not even expected to acknowledge or even ask when their birthday is. This person that you are spending your time with is someone that you're having a casual physical relationship with the added benefit of some form of conversation. So, don't expect the emotional supporting conversations, don't expect them to remember your birthday, or even ask you how your day at the office went. Rule 6. Avoid cuddling. Cuddling is a natural thing, we all love it, and it's so natural that it just happens after the bedroom dance. But if you guys do it, you actually run the risk of falling for each other. Unless you have both strictly agreed that cuddling is allowed, it's best to actually avoid it, especially after a happy ending situation. The brain naturally wants to release bonding hormones such as oxytocin, so if you end up releasing those bonding hormones next to someone, you are more likely to actually fall for them, which is what you don't want to do. Rule 7. Avoid intimacy. This is very tough to do so, but be prepared. You need to address this way before you begin the relationship. You need to think, what counts as too much? Would staying over at their house after the deed be too intimate? Because waking up next to someone is a very intimate thing. You can make it factual that after you both do the deed, one of you takes a shower and then you part ways and leave for the night. Additional tips: remember that you can date someone else at the same time. The best way to possibly handle an FWB is to keep your options open. Don't commit to one person, otherwise, it's easy to catch feelings. Instead, maybe invest in another FWB or start casual dating. One of the biggest rules: practice safe bedroom dancing. Protect yourself from STDs, diseases, and also unwanted parenthood. It could make the whole situation very messy. Detach emotionally. No one really knows if an FWB is for them until it happens. Some people can detach emotionally and just enjoy the moment for what it is. However, some people need that connection to be able to finish, if you know what I'm talking about. If you are 100% okay with not having that emotional fulfillment from that person, then you will be okay. If not, an FWB is not for you. Groom yourself well. In a relationship, you do start to lose the appeal of grooming yourself as you naturally get comfortable. However, with an FWB, it's the opposite. So always make sure that you are well groomed, and you put in a lot of effort, and I'm sure that you're expecting some form of pristine grooming from them, so it's nice you offer the same thing in return. Learn to let go and just enjoy yourself. This is the time to explore your fantasies. Now you can ask for what you want because, well, you can't really hurt anyone's feelings if you both agree that this is a physical thing only. You are kind of using each other to get your needs met, so you are allowed to speak up. You need to be able to speak your mind and tell them what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of, and the whole idea of the FWB is to explore and have fun without the commitment. Choose someone honest. It's common for FWBs to end sour because one person catches feelings while the other person doesn't. So make sure that you have picked someone who is honest, and you know that they will speak up if you are starting to develop feelings, or if they develop them for you. Make your rules and your boundaries very clear. You need to make sure you lay down the ground rules before things get oh so steamy. Make sure consent is not ignored, and that you are both kind to each other. One of the most important things is to be ready to move on when needed because FWBs don't last forever. Just knowing when things are coming to an end saves a lot of time and potential heartbreak. So, you need to be aware of your feelings and also theirs. As soon as things turn in a way that you don't want, or you suspect someone is falling for you, you need to be able to pull the plug because it's not fair to lead someone on. Now, there is no time constraint on when an FWB may last. It could be that you guys are very able to emotionally detach from each other, enjoy the moment, and you have a thing going for years, but you have to be very aware of when things start to get a little more relationship-like. So the rule with an FWB is to obviously keep all of these rules in your head. You have to always analyze where things are going. If you feel that someone is falling for you and you don't feel the same, you have to speak up, and again it goes both ways. Sometimes FWBs do naturally fall into relationships, however, you cannot start a fling with someone in the hopes that they will eventually fall for you because you may end up getting severely hurt. So make sure you know what an FWB is before you actually start the FWB situationship. Make sure you are always getting your needs met, whether that is them being polite, being kind, listening to you, giving you what you want, and be able to speak up and just enjoy yourself and let go, and you will have a successful FWB. Wow, we made it to the end of the video. If you like this video, give us a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It will make my day, and you can even go one step further and get your name up on our super fan board. These are some amazing people that actually support the channel every single month. If you want to know more about that, then click the description box below to find out some more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.